Call this meeting to order. All rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
With the agenda, 6F, City Administrator report won't happen tonight, and old business has been taken off from here. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Open forum. Is there anybody that would like to come and speak up at the podium? And all right. Then we are on to the consent agenda, approval of the minutes, bills, purchase orders, improvement of the investments. Then there is a couple donation resolutions, which just want to go through. Resolution number 2020-8, a donation amount of $323.14 from Melrose One Stop to the Melrose Fire Department for the restoration of the 1952 fire truck. Resolution number 2020-29, 11794 from Napa Auto Parts to Melrose Fire Department for the fire truck. Resolution number 2020-10, amount of $1,500 from Interstate Auto Center to the Melrose Fire Department for restoration of 1952 fire truck. Resolution number 2020-11, $250 towards the from the Melrose Lions to the Area Chamber of Commerce for the Deuces Wild. Then there's a resolution 2020-13, a donation amount of $26,826.50 from the Melrose Fire Relief Association to the Melrose Fire Department for up ahead. And let's see, and that's for the new Argo. And then there's a community development director step increase, and then there's 2 gambling resolutions. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
regarding Resolution 2020-13, I just want it to be noted that the Relief Association, the majority of that money that is being donated to the city towards the Argo is pretty much all volunteers from the Melrose community and the Melrose community area. We wouldn't be able to make this donation to the city to purchase this, what we feel is a very vital piece of equipment, without those generous donations. And I'd just like to make sure that everybody understands that the majority, if not all of that cash that is being donated to the city for this purchase came from the folks in the area, and we really appreciate it.
Yep. And I know Joel Easter was going to touch on that when he does come up. So, all right. So we have a first and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. All right. Then there's a presentation for a retired election judge. Sally, I remember the first time when I came in to vote. You were the first person at the door to greet me.
Oh, really?
Yes, you were.
I never did.
Yeah. And I guess I always inspired to wanting to vote even as a little kid. So it was a real exciting experience for me. But one thing I did not realize is that you've been an election judge for 58 years. Yeah. So that's a lot of years and a lot of people that have gone through you. So just as a token of our appreciation, the city just wants to recognize you and thank you for all your years of giving back to our community, making Melrose a better place, and really appreciate all that you've done for us.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's fun. Every 2 years, you get the excitement, highs and lows of politics, of course, but it's still neat to people want to be involved with their country and their city and the local government level to vote. So we just want to give you just a little letter, and then we have a letter with something in here, and just want to give you some flowers and just take a picture with you if that's okay. Just something that you, yeah, third floor. Thank you. Patty went to,
Well, no, it's cold.
It's cold out.
It's cold. There you go. Just open them up.
And then there's a little gift certificate in here for you, and just a letter signed from the whole council and I. And just want to appreciate, the use of it.
Thank you.
But yeah,
I appreciate that. Just a minute. Sally, you know.
Anybody else? Your phone's out.
Like ice.
You want to phone me?
Don't get me in that picture.
Don't you wreck the camera.
Yeah, break.
Got one.
Here comes the missing. But I can't do it. I'm getting too old.
I mean, thanks again.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Joe.
Very much. Good to see you again.
Thanks, Alex. I'll miss you in November.
All right, we are on to reports. Ambulance Department report.
Good evening. I'm here tonight to give our end of the year report, but I wanted to start off with introducing, I think all the council members know her, but Julie Albright is here with me tonight. She is my new assistant for a 2-year role at this point. She comes with, let's see, she's been on the department now the longest, 30 years, or coming up on 30 years. And when I started in this role, she was the coordinator and I was her assistant, and so 13 years later, the roles have reversed. So I am looking forward to the next 2 years, being able to work very closely with her. So the ambulance had a really productive year again. We ended up with a net income of just shy of $5,000, and that's with our expenditures. We spent quite a bit of money this year on equipment. All of the ambulances have the power loads that we're able to run with 2 people if we need to. There's really not a ton of lifting anymore. And then also the purchase of the new ambulance, which we just brought home last Wednesday. So our current inventory for ambulances, we've got the 2019, which is new. We have a 2016 with 44,000 miles on it, and we have a 2013 with 80,000 miles on it. So hopefully those will last for a while before we're back for a new truck. A few changes from 2018 to 2019 when you look at some of the numbers. One of the biggest ones as far as when you look at our expenses, in 2019, our expenses are actually, even with all the supplies that we purchased, we were down 63,000. And a big piece of that is the Medicare, the MA insurance billing adjustments. In 2018 to 2019, that's down 45,000. And then also with the uncollectible accounts, it was almost 13,000 in 2018, and this past year it was 1,200. So that's the great work from our members for getting all the information, the city, the girls, what they do, and then also our billing company. And as far as our equipment set aside, the total remaining is almost 140,000, and we had transferred 150 into that account. And so our cash and investments balance is just shy of 750,000. Runs were down slightly. We were down 30 runs. 902 was 2018 and 872. But we started this year off, I believe, I haven't had time to run all the numbers, but January we had 99 runs. And so I think that probably is the biggest or the most runs we've ever had. That month was crazy. There was many days where people were spending 14, 16 hours in the ambulance in a day. So, we have a crew of 17, very dedicated crew, and continue to do what we do. Does anyone have any questions for me?
No, thank you for everything you guys do. I mean, just us, I would have to say from the fire department side, these people are amazing. What you all go through, it's unbelievable. It's sure nice to have this asset in the community of Melrose.
Thank you.
Thanks. And to your younger students out here, you guys are getting to the point where we're going to need more firefighters, EMTs. So definitely look in your careers in the future and start looking at giving back to your communities, because we're going to need you to replace us, because we're getting to be the old guys here. And
Getting to be.
yeah, so, but thank you. Now we're on to fire department report.
Good evening, everyone. I'm filling in for Tom tonight. He's unable to be here. My name's Joe. I'm the first assistant on the department. Just touch base a little bit about last year. We had an average year. We had 86 calls we responded to last year between fire, medical, and rescue calls. So it was an average year for us. I do want to touch base, like Joe said, we do appreciate the ambulance and everything they do. With that, we are currently down 7 members. So anyone know anyone or interested in it, talk to any of the department members, or pick up an application. They're on the city website else too. So yep, we are looking for that. We do have a couple going through class right now. Other than that, last year was average year, like I said, for us. We had 86 calls. We're starting out pretty strong already for this year though. Couple things, we are in the process of getting new air packs. We were awarded a FEMA grant, so we are purchasing new air packs. They can run through 3 5-year cycles, and we're on our last term of this, so we have to update them. So we will be getting those within probably, I'm guessing, a month or so here. Hopefully we'll be seeing them in-house. For this upcoming year, we're looking at, we are applying for 2 more grants. One is for radios for all the members or the apparatus. The ones we have are pretty dated, constantly getting repaired and moving along. We're trying to maintain those. And the other grant we are currently applying for is for a new aerial truck. So we are in the process of writing all the paperwork up and getting all those submitted. So we'll see where those go and take them as they come. Like Bunker had mentioned earlier, we are updating our Argo to replace our 6-wheeler. Due to a lot of generous donations from a lot of members in the community, and what we reached our goal. So we are purchasing a new Argo, and that hopefully within the week here we should hopefully have that in-house, and then we'll get rid of our current one. And we do have money, a grant that was also given to us for updating installing the pumps and stuff on the Argo and the app for that unit. So other than that, no, I don't know if there are any questions or.
Are we looking at selling the old equipment, the old 6-wheeler?
Yeah, we will be looking to sell that, and in turn putting that back towards the fund, towards the replacement of this one for any miscellaneous apparatus or equipment or what that we may have to put on here. So whatever we sell that for will be put back into the funds for that.
All right.
With the fire department, they do their budget for the coming year a little earlier because a good portion of their revenue comes from the township contracts. And due to their budgeting cycle, we have to provide them with the budget. So we've prepared the fire department budget for 2021. With that, we look at their financial status in 2019, and if they have come under budget or if they have any net income, that is provided as a credit to the townships to offset their charges. They had a good year in 2019, So the credit for the townships for their 2021 contract will be $26,283.21. The fire department budget has remained pretty steady, pretty flat for the last quite a number of years. So we looked at that and made a couple small modifications for 2021. The total budget, including capital, will be $181,653, which is just a slight increase from $177,753. Let's see, and they are continuing to build their set-asides for both the vehicles and the equipment. And like Joe mentioned, a lot of grants and contributions have been received to really help offset those costs. So they've done a great job on trying to manage those resources to keep their funding steady for that. If anybody has any questions on their budget, which has been included, I can answer any of those before we... Okay, Patty, should we take a...
If you want to, we will.
Okay, if we could get a motion to approve their 2021 budget and contract to provide to the townships.
All right, can you guys make motions, please?
Yep, so move. Second.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Anything else? All right, thanks, Joe, appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, Chief Mouse?
Good evening. Our January 2020 numbers. Traffic, we had 15 citations issued, 50 verbal warnings, and 9 written warnings. January 2020, we received 329 calls or requests for service, and last year we had 407, so we're down by 88 calls to start the year out. We had 33 agency assist, which is a bit higher than what we normally have. We have been visiting Sauk Center quite a bit. They had an 8-hour standoff one day with a hostage situation, a suicidal person that we had to search for. We've also been getting a lot of requests from outside agencies to look for members of our community or people that they're interested in, gathering information and maybe making contact with people to either assist in their investigations or make arrests on cases they're working on. So those are a little bit higher numbers than normal, but otherwise things are pretty steady. Weather's been adequate, so we haven't had too many issues with that, but crashes are staying pretty consistent. So we just hope everybody drives to the conditions and be as safe as you can while you're out there.
All right.
Any questions?
No. Thanks, Chief. City Attorney, Scott?
Yeah, I've just got the one item reporting, and that's this amendment to the city code affecting the park board. That's coming up later in the action item, so I wasn't going to spend much time on that now. Does the council have any questions or concerns, anything else? That's all I've got then.
Okay. All right, thanks, Scott. Hi, Lisa.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. It's kind of a quiet time of year for planning. We've got a couple of projects that are kind of bouncing around in the conversation stages. We're continuing to work on the Hen and Tom project and work through some of the process for that and a lot of other smaller projects that you'll be seeing in upcoming months. We do have a 4 on the 4th initiative. On the 4th Thursday of each month, the city and the Chamber of Commerce are working together to have an event at various businesses in town. The first will be next week at the credit union. So 4 o'clock on Thursday afternoon next week, head over to the credit union. There'll be cookies and coffee and just an opportunity to get to know residents within the community, businesses to get to know other businesses and look for ways to kind of work together and get to know others within a community and just start to build community relationships and encourage shopping locally and those sorts of things that are always good for us as a community as a whole. So that's kind of all I have for now.
All right, thank you. All right, we're on to action items. Okay, ordinance number 2-20-2020, Parks and Rec Board. Good again, huh?
Yeah, this is fairly straightforward. In addition to the ordinance that would be adopted and published, I'd like to give you a marked up copy, a red line showing the changes. And you can see it's still a 5-person board. It's just that instead of having 2 from MATA and 2 from Planning and Zoning and 1 from the council, we'll have 1 from MATA, 1 from Planning and Zoning, 1 from the council, and then just 2 members, I said at large, so members of the public that would be interested in serving. Any questions on that?
No?
Looks good.
Okay, thanks.
That's good.
Okay. Council, to give consideration adopting ordinance number 2-20-2020 and ordinance amending Chapter 32 of the Melrose City Code. Can I get a motion to approve?
I'd make a motion to adopt.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Melrose Fire Department equipment purchased 2018 Argo Avenger and trailer. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. C, Melrose Fire Department air packs. Let's see here, to give consideration purchasing the air packs from the low quote Alex Air apparatus for $118,799.20.
So moved.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried. Okay, plow truck.
Yes, the street department is looking to replace their 1990 Ford plow truck. They went out on the state bid market, and the estimated cost is $210,000 for that truck. It was included in our 2020 budget at an estimated cost of $225,000. So the bid that they received was under our budgeted amount. So we're looking for approval to purchase the new plow truck.
Yeah, real quick question, does that, and I just thought of this, does that include all the, any lights and? That's completed, no other attachments we need?
That number might be a little high because
Okay.
we're doing a couple options we may have to
Okay.
go with.
All right. So it's one that has the, under the frame?
No, we're not gonna
Not gonna do that one.
we're gonna do a front wing.
Okay, all right.
And then they are looking to maintain that 1990 truck too, to be able to utilize that. So there wouldn't be a trade-in or a
Snow
sale of
hauler or
that
something.
one.
Okay.
Yeah, because we fixed up that box here about 8 years ago, that time, so,
That was the reason we pushed this one back.
yes. So, yeah, I'd be good with hauling the snow. It'd probably make it a little easier for us too, so that'd be great. Okay, get a motion to approve, please?
So moved. Motion.
Okay, first, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. 2020-2021, the workman's comp insurance quote.
Yes, so we received our quote back for next year. The net premium costs are $81,284, which is an increase over the 2019 quote. Some of that is also due to, we have annual audits, and so there was a couple items that they wanted included, so we would pay for those on the back end after the audit. So I made sure to get all of those items wrapped into this original quote. So that explains part of the increase. But the general fund portion of that will be $60,201 compared to the utilities portion of $21,083. So we're looking for approval for the workers' comp quote for 2020-21.
Okay.
Just a real quick question, how big do you have to be to self-insure? Workers' comp is, what does that all comprise of expenses as far as workers' comp? If somebody gets hurt on
Yeah.
the job or they have a claim, you pay the salary.
And I think you pay for
A medical,
hospitalization.
you know, we paid pretty
Yeah.
significant
Oh, yeah.
costs with
Okay.
some claims.
Yeah, I guess I don't know what that,
Because it
does
could
that
be their
cover
time out
that?
of work, it could be
Yeah.
medical bills,
Okay,
ongoing.
so that's all
items.
included in this expense, that
Yes,
insurance?
yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
all right.
Okay.
And a couple years ago, we did look at other vendors too.
Yeah, I think we did, yeah.
And it's
I just
really
wasn't-
difficult to find somebody for workers' comp or property or liability
Right.
for government entities. So
Right.
the league is really kind of the one that handles
Right.
these items.
Sounds good.
No, I was gonna That's why I was looking at you, because I know you talked about that last year, about
Yeah.
quotes and stuff, so.
I just wasn't sure if it was,
Yeah.
you know, the initial claim, somebody gets hurt and they have $1 million doctor bill. That's what this is for.
Yes.
On top of the monthly, yearly expenses of the workers' comp. Okay.
Right. Can I get a motion to approve, please?
So move.
Okay, first, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Old business is scrapped. New business is part-time streets department.
Yes, so Ron Teeman, the seasonal temporary employee for the Streets and Parks Department, has notified that he does not intend to return for 2020. He's retiring. So they are requesting to replace this with a part-time employee that would be used on an as-needed basis. So primarily in the summer with work needed in the winter too for plowing. We have one part-time employee now too, and having two of them would help to utilize coverage so they could work together to maintain coverage the whole time for the parks, for the grounds. It will help to manage schedules a little easier and hopefully help with the applications coming in too to ensure that, so.
Yeah.
It would be, the pay scale for that would be $15.03 up to $20.30. It's on a stepped pay scale and would be budgeted for up to 1,040 hours. So it likely wouldn't utilize that many, but that's what the budget would be.
Okay. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Information items, Melrose Public Utilities Commission meeting minutes, schools and conferences. Otherwise, that should be it. By the way, kids, you can tell Mr. Rushmeyer if he ever wants to come to our council meeting, he's always welcome to come here too. Just so if you have to suffer, you know, he can come and suffer with us too if you would like, okay? So if nothing else, can I get a motion to adjourn, please?
So moved.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carried.